Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Whalenerds podcast. This is Minisode number 6, and I'm here with Adam, Eric, and Caitlin.
Hey guys.
Hello.
What's up?
And my name is Slater. And
And we have an announcement.
yes, we
I'm
do.
pregnant.
No, you're not.
I'm just kidding.
We have a really cool announcement. Over the last couple of weeks, we've all been talking a lot with Adam and Eric and Caitlin and I, and we decided that we want to have Adam on the podcast as a full-time host with us.
Officially.
Woo!
I'm so
Thanks.
honored.
Thanks for agreeing to be our friend, Adam.
I will always be one of your whale nerd friends.
Aw.
Nerds.
There's an initiation, but
Yeah, what do I
We'll
have to
talk.
do?
We'll talk about that off.
talk about that
air.
later. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Have to get like
You have to
sprayed
go
by
whale
a
watching.
or...
How do you
5
do
times
with needles?
Great with
False nudity.
What?
Nothing.
needles.
That was for whale nerds. I thought that was for something else.
Have you ever kissed a whale?
No, I haven't.
No.
Oh, I was going to say, maybe
I've
Adam's been to
touched a whale.
Baja.
I know. I just realized. I think 3 of us actually have. We should take Adam to Baja.
I've never kissed a whale.
I've never kissed a whale. I touched the whale.
I wouldn't do it. Even I had the opportunity. I could have put my earlobe on it if I wanted to, but I didn't.
I kissed it, and then I realized everyone kisses them, so I licked it too. I licked
Ew.
it. Anyway. Shane,
Okay, now you're going to jail, Eric.
Shane has a picture. Has me licking like a gray
Oh
whale.
no!
So
that might
it
have to
felt-
go on our Patreon VIP content.
I just
felt-
don't want to whale ice grab it onto it, so be careful, Adam. Next time you go to
Ew.
you do it.
Well,
watch
it
out for
felt
whale
like
ice.
a hard-boiled egg, but did it taste like a hard-boiled egg? That's the
No,
real question.
Just salty, salty.
Oh, it's salty. Yeah.
Eric's like, and accidentally took a bite out of it.
Ew.
I was
Hey,
afraid
gra-
whale ice grabbing on those pointy, sharp little needle point teeth.
Yeah, like
Hell,
your
that
beard.
would hurt.
Well, killer whales love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah.
kidding.
So welcome, Adam. Tell us about
thanks.
yourself.
Yeah.
Are you? What's your sign?
Yeah.
Do you like long walks
Who
on the
are
beach?
you?
I'm a Taurus.
Oh,
Taurus
nice.
with a
Oh
rising
no,
moon.
you fired already. We can't have 2 Tauruses on the podcast.
Who else is a
Alright, Tauruses
Taurus?
are cool. Caitlin, dude.
It's okay. I'll tolerate it for now.
Okay, cool.
Why do you like?
yeah.
Why do you like whales? Yeah.
Why do I like whales? That's a good question. I don't know. Whales are pretty cool. I think I've always had a love for whales. I remember I actually found a picture of it the other day, which is pretty cool. My dad showed me this picture of me on the Condor when I was like 6 years old. And
Uh-huh.
I work on that boat.
That's awesome.
And everybody was like asking me what did you see that day? And I'm pretty sure we got mugged by 2 humpbacks. But if you look at the pictures, I look like deathly seasick, which is funny. 'cause I don't get seasick at all now, but
You used to get seasick?
I guess as a little
Aw.
6-year-old I did.
Oh
And
man.
I remember that trip so vividly. It was so cool to see those humpbacks up close. But at the same time, everybody around us was puking, and it was like the worst weather ever. But
I think you're the youngest one now. So 6 years old. So that was like last week, right?
yeah, that was
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric,
Adam is a baby.
Adam, were you born in 2000? No, you weren't. You're like
No,
99.
I was born in '98, so I'm
Oh my
22.
god.
Isn't that
You
crazy?
clearly
dude?
remember 98.
Child.
I'm 22.
I forget.
98. What a time.
My wife's little sister was born in 2001, and it just seems so crazy. She's 19.
Isn't that crazy? I feel like
Nuts.
people born in 2001 are young, but I was only born in '98, so I don't know how much I can talk. But
Okay, so what's awesome now is we got Adam. The good thing about our podcast and I is we're all people who are literally almost on the water every day, So
Well, or used to be.
Yeah, so Adam,
Minus
you
later.
currently work for Condor Express in Santa Barbara, right?
yeah, so I worked there for a while just as a photographer. Essentially, when I first started, for the first couple months, I would just exchange photos for free trips. And then I started doing the social media, so I started getting paid for that. And then now I'm a full-time deckhand and social media coordinator. So I get to make sure everybody's safe on the boat and tying up the boat and looking for whales, doing all that fun stuff. And then also
Nice.
obviously taking photos, outreach with the social medias and stuff. And it's a great time. Santa Barbara, like we've always kind of said in the past, is like a little mini Monterey. So it's been it's been a great year this year for blue whales and humpbacks as well. It's been a pretty stellar year. So I love my company and I love Santa Barbara. It's definitely feels like home for me. So I'm pretty grateful to be able to work there and now officially join the Whalenerds. Good job.
Yeah.
The
So is
hashtag Condor Express ad. I love my company
Condor-
and I love Santa Barbara.
And I love
If
my
you,
Go
to
team.
book now, go to our website.
Yeah.
No, they are
Well,
awesome company.
They are.
Is Condor Express the first whale gig you have had?
Yeah. It definitely is. Like I said, I kind of weaseled my way in. Like they didn't really have a social media person, and I just said, hey, I'd love to take photos for you, and in exchange for trips, and then that eventually led to me doing the social media, and then that eventually led to me working there full time. So now I work there. I mean, in peak summer, I'm pretty much on the boat 7 days a week, even on my days off. Like Eric says, you can't get enough of it, so I'm out in the water regardless. So yeah, it's my first whale gig, and definitely pretty thankful and grateful for it. It's definitely one of the best companies I think in California.
Nice. And then you've done ocean stuff before the whale watch, though, right?
Yeah, so I've always been into the ocean, and I think what you're referring to is I did 2 years of marine research at my community college in LA, and they had the community college I went to, Glendale Community College, GCC. If anybody lives in LA, you can do this program as well. It's a 2-week, it's technically a month-long program. You do 2 weeks in Glendale, learning about marine biology, and then you take 2 weeks and you go down to Baja, California, in a little bay called the Bay of the Angels, Bahia de Los Angeles. And I actually did 2 years of research there. The first time I did it, I did microplastic research just to check like abundance and see if there's microplastics in the bay there. And then the second time I went and did whale shark identification, which I would love to go back and do again. So I highly recommend that if anybody is in that area. It's very cheap too.
And you go out with Silver Shark Adventures, right?
Yeah, so Charlie, if you know,
Or
like
did you
Silver
go
Shark
out
Adventures,
separate?
So, well, Charlie used to work for the college. Since I was there, he recently stopped doing that, and he has his own eco tour company now that he's been running for a while. But he used to also just join the college as a student advisor and stuff. But yeah, Charlie, check him out on Instagram, Silver Shark Adventures. You can book a tour with him, and he'll take you to the same spot. He also does the gray whales on the Pacific side of Baja. So Baja is one of my favorite places. That I can't wait to go back. Hopefully, I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but next year I can go pet some whales.
Yeah, maybe we can all go.
We should.
Whalenerds 2021.
That would be awesome. Well, we're so excited to have you, Adam. And for anyone that is like more recently tuning into the podcast, maybe you didn't start at the beginning. Adam's kind of one of those like textbook, I don't know. If there's a way to get into whale watching, what Adam's explained as to how he got his job at Condor is kind of like the textbook way we'd recommend it. Like, just start a relationship with a company and then get in where you fit in. Like, just be available, and like boat crews switch out pretty often, or a new position does become a good idea. And so if you want to work on a whale watch boat, like, be around, get to know the crew, and when there's an opening, if they think of you, then just be ready to take it.
Offer to help out.
And it's the beautiful thing about it is that everybody has their own skill set and something else that they bring to the table. So if you really want to focus in education or something, you could do education for whale watch companies. You could set up a little booth at the local farmers market or something like that. There's so many ways to attack it, and like obviously like Slater and I really focus on the photography and social media aspects, but that's just one aspect of a company, and there's always ways to make these companies better. There's just so many ways to go about it. So
yeah, and there's definitely a lot of avenues to marine biology, but like that's one that we talk about a lot on the podcast. Is like, if you think you can start as a volunteer in some way, shape, or form, and then you build a relationship with that company, then when it comes time for hiring for an opening, they're going to be thinking of you. So pretty cool to see your journey. You followed our steps.
Yeah, I really did. I remember just the first time I was on the podcast, probably a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. That was my photography stage where I was just a photographer on board. And, I started doing
provided
social
them
media.
value.
So,
Yeah.
and that's really what it comes to. And if you do, well, hopefully once kind of COVID settles down, you also can volunteer in our boat if you want to make some connections and get to know me and hang out with me. We have marine naturalists that work through the Channel Islands National Sanctuary, and you can volunteer and be a naturalist and come aboard with us and just kind of hang out. So that's one way to start and meet us and meet people and just get out in the water, because that's at the end of the day, I think, what is most important. If you can get out on the water and just hone your knowledge and hone your photography or whatever it is, that's what it's all about. So just try to get out there as much as you can and meet people. And we're all very friendly people. We'll talk about whales with anybody, right? So
Yep, exactly.
come find us wherever we are.
Totally. So, well, we're very excited to have Adam on the team, and we're hoping to kind of get some more momentum again. And now that we have extra hands to help us with content and other things, I'm hoping we're going to see some fun new things coming your way for our listeners and for our followers with content. And we have some goals we're working on. So we're looking at things like maybe doing merchandise and getting some different things going on social media platforms. We don't have a timeline for anything yet, but we're pretty excited to get things going now that we have another addition to the team. So I hope that you guys like what we're doing, and we'll be able to do a larger capacity of things with Whalenerds, which would be exciting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting. We got a whole bunch of stuff planned, I think, and we're going to do our best to keep them coming, keep the podcast coming, and keep the social media coming and new things coming. So be on the lookout, right?
Just the last few days have been exciting.
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
cool. Now that we one of our goals was to really start getting everybody in the Whalenerds to start posting on Whalenerds, at least on Instagram and Facebook, and start getting the content more updated, more like recently. And so it's the last 3 days have already been going pretty cool.
Can we talk about what happened on Instagram yesterday?
Yeah, you can.
You guys
You
say
love her. You love her. So
Eric
much.
actually does sing Rihanna all the time.
No, I don't.
I caught you singing her on the boat.
The
Eric
official bad girl Riri followed the Whalenerds podcast. We were pretty excited. Eric might have passed out for a couple minutes.
I was on the boat. I was like, Rod, look. He's like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, what?
Oh my
Johnny
God.
said the same
How do you
thing.
not know
He's
who
like,
Rihanna
who's
is?
Rihanna? I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Has literally probably never put out a bad song.
And I straight out said, like, yeah, it's Riri. He's like, huh?
Well, we have Riri now, but now we got to get Fergie next, because Fergie's my girl.
Oh yeah, Adam.
Fergie Ferg?
Fergie Ferg, that's my girl.
Oh my God.
Can we get like
one day.
Riri, like Whalenerd umbrella made, like special ones?
Oh,
special
there you go.
Have you guys seen Mike and Dave Need a Wedding Date?
No. What is that?
Well, basically, there's this scene where the girl's like comes to work and she's like intoxicated, and the guy, someone put Rihanna on, and so she gets up on the table and starts dancing, and the guy goes, yeah, and the guy goes, who put Rihanna on? You know that's her jam. And like it's so funny. And she's like, I will get on a table and shake it for Rihanna anytime. It's a funny movie. Really silly, but it's funny.
Yeah, so one day we'll get Rihanna on, right?
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
We just gotta get this going.
Until then, we're happy with her following us on Instagram.
Yeah, we just gotta work,
exactly.
work. You know. What? What?
That was perfect.
Yeah, we just gotta work hard.
Good,
Yeah.
that was good. I like that.
Oh man. So to just circle back to like what we were actually talking about. So on the social media, you'll start to see each of the hosts like making posts and like signing them like with what our adventures and sightings are, but like between episodes, so things are a little more up to date. And then for our Patreon followers, we're going to be changing up things on there too. And if you're interested in joining or supporting us on Patreon, we're going to kind of reevaluate the tiers. So if you want to look at the new membership options, we'll let you know when those are available. And I can't thank our current subscribers enough on there. You guys really make things possible for us. We're just about to upgrade some equipment. It helps us cover the cost of the hosting of the podcast. And so we are super grateful for the followers that we have on there. And hopefully with some new options on there, maybe a few more of you will feel like you can support. If not, it's always an option for the future. And if we're ever going to make any changes to it, we'll tell you before we do it. So new things coming down the line for that too. But we haven't quite got it all ironed out yet. So just stay tuned for that.
I thought you were gonna say something.
I know that's the deepest.
I thought
exhale
you were
ever.
going to say something.
That was a whale.
Yeah, I wanted to thank our Patreon members as well, because the 4 that are on there have been supporting us literally since we started the Patreon, and that
Yeah.
was like almost a year ago. So
Yeah.
really, thank you all. We are I'm in the process of getting a new microphone for myself. Caitlin's gonna get a new one when she gets back home, because she's on a boat, wouldn't do very well shipping a shipping
Yeah, plus,
a microphone
I can't
to a
plug
moving
it
boat.
into my iPad. And,
Yeah.
it's
So,
fine.
but the next episode, I will have a brand new mic. Eric already bought a Boss mic before, and then we'll get Adam a new mic here shortly, in the next couple months, and then yeah, we'll be all upgraded and graduated to better podcasting abilities.
Yeah. And I think we're gonna have a little like meet the host video too here pretty soon. That way, if you haven't been listening the whole time and you don't want to go back to episode 1, I mean, I recommend it just because I think we're funny. But
I think our first episodes were really good too. We were really
Yeah.
on
they were
topic
fun.
back then,
yeah,
They were very fun.
which is what we're striving to get back to now as well.
yeah, exactly. And so, but we will make like a short little video. So if you want to like put the faces to the names, we'll have it on our social media platforms so you can kind of get to know us a little better. I know when we first started, a lot of people would like walk into the Whale Watch office and like pick me out of the group. Usually after I laughed, but now I'm not in the Whale Watch office, so it's a little harder to kind of keep up with us if you didn't get to meet us in person at some point. So yeah.
And hopefully
know.
we can all get on trips with you in the near future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once the COVID situation settles down, or if you're in California and you can get on with one of those yahoos on there, then do it. They're nice. They'll wear
Yeah.
their masks.
You can find
Right.
Eric at Blue Ocean or Discovery Whale Watch, Adam at the Condor or for the Condor Express, and then I'm nowhere.
He's
Slater's-
everywhere.
he's
And
I'm
everywhere
most
kind
at
of
the
I'm
same
kind of
time.
all over the place right now.
Yeah.
So,
Hoping to get back to Monterey though soon.
so yeah, so that's our new host. We've got some new things coming very soon that we're very excited about, and thanks so much. That's all I have. I don't know if you guys have anything else.
No, I think that's it for me. I'm super glad that Adam's joining us full time. And also
Yeah.
another thing that I think is going to help is like when Eric can't be there or Caitlin can't be there or I can't be there, we'll still have 3 hosts that should have a lot of information.
Yeah.
So that'll be really cool too, because sometimes we do get busy, and that way it's we still can get the content out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
So, thank you all so much. If you don't follow us, you can follow us at Whalenerds on Instagram or Facebook. Our Patreon is patreon.com/Whalenerds, and you can find our podcast on pretty much any podcast platform at this point. Share it with a friend or rate or review it somewhere. That way we can spread the word and have more people tune in.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, guys.